Good evening, everyone. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, Mac in Hamilton on the West Mountain. We're ready to kick off the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Starts at 7 p.m. Just a few seconds to go. Our host tonight, VA3IMW Bill from Dundas. Please stand by.
Good evening, all amateurs. This is Victor Echo 3 India Uniform Kilowatt Bill in Dundas, and I'm net controller this evening for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. This net meets 4 times weekly, Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday on this repeater at 7 p.m. and Thursday at 7 p.m. on a simplex frequency of 446.125, and of course, Monday nights we have Chuck's net, the accidental net at 7 p.m. on this repeater. And on Wednesday nights, we have Chuck again for his lovely simplex net. It's informative and it's always a good time had by all. That's on 146.430 if memory serves me correctly. And then Friday nights, we have the Rag Chew with Larry on the Zoe repeater. So that's just a little rundown of the repeaters that are the nets that we have on simplex and repeaters during the week. 9 degrees here. It's kind of a little bit on the chilly side, bit of a bite to that wind. So it's just anticipation of warmer temperatures to come. But with that, let's stand by and see if we have any priority or one-time quick check-ins. Come now to VE3IUK. VA3IMW Mobile. VA3IMW Mobile. Good evening, Steve. How are you?
Good evening, Bill. And yeah, I'm doing better now. I'm on my way home, finished my 8 hours, and looking forward to just relaxing a little bit. But I think I'm going to do a little bit of work on the shack tonight, and I've got some things I got to glue up and clamp. Actually, I did that the other night, but I wasn't happy with how the glue was setting. So I think I'm going to do something a little different and screw it together instead of using TL Premium. Anyway, that's about all I got there for now, Bill. Yeah, I got 8 degrees on my car, and I don't know what the rest of the weekend's going to look like, but I got to work tomorrow again anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. Anyways, I'll send it right back to net control there, Bill. Thanks for doing the net, and we'll be listening along. This is VA3 NFG in the mobile.
VA3NFG, VA3IUK, yeah, fine, Steve, yeah, and understand that you're going to use screws to make things a little more secure, and as far as the weather, yeah, it's a little chilly, looking for a high of 19 tomorrow, I think mostly sunny, so hopefully get out and do an activation, but thanks a lot for checking in, and we're all anticipating a picture of that good-looking ham shack that you'll have when things are done. So thanks for checking in, Steve, and have a great evening. Well, now stand by for anyone who'd like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu.
VA3CJZ, VA3IUK, good evening, Chuck. How are you doing?
Hey, Bill and all on net. Boy, I tell you, my furnace is coming on a little bit more today than it has been for some time. I guess that wind is not helping matters there with the cooler weather. I'm reading well. I guess this is the airport temperature. It says it's 7 degrees, or if Larry's listening, 45 Fahrenheit. And yeah, I've been busy today. been doing a lot of this and that around the house. Al came by, dropped off that solar panel. Thank you very much, Al. If you're listening, much appreciated. So that's and the controller. So very nice to get started. I just need a battery now. So yeah, and then did some organizing around the shack here and in the basement, and playing with the new smart TV there. So keeping busy. Back to you.
Yeah, fine on that. Yeah, Chuck, it was mostly an indoor day for me too. It walked the dogs twice today, but a little chilly out there. I walked about 3:15, and I could have had on a heavier coat and gloves and a scarf and a hat. It was pretty cold out there. It was only a spring jacket, but by the time I came back, I was cold.
Yeah. I brought up the furnace one more degree there just a few minutes ago, and I'll probably knock it back down to 71. And it's nice to sleep with the cooler weather, though. I do like the cooler temperatures for sleeping. Mind you, I've got my wife acting like a mini furnace, so if I get cold, I just snuggle up with her, and she heats things up. But the conditions on the bands looked a little bit more favorable today. Mind you, I haven't had much chance to play radio, but been listening. I did manage to get, I think, maybe one or two. Or was that? No, that was all last night, I think. Anyways, I'll send it back to you, Bill, and see who else is out there. Hello to Guy and everyone on the YouTube stream.
Yeah, okay, Chuck. Yeah, as I say, mostly indoor day here. Did converted 4 audiobooks to MP3 format, renamed files and stuff like that. And did maintenance on all the computers around here. So that's about all I did today. So it was a easy day and hoping to get out tomorrow. Anyways, let's see if there's anyone else for the Lake Ontario Radio Club. Dad, come now. VA3LBI. VA3LBI, VA3IUK. Good evening, Larry. Good evening, Bill. Everybody else. Well, we were doing a little bit of hunting today for something we were looking for, and actually found it at one store, but they were out of stock. Went to another store and they wouldn't honor the sale price. So anyway, it was just a kind of a busy morning. Just nothing really too important, but it was kind of interesting. Yeah, roger to that. Yeah. Okay, Larry. Well, it sounds like just more of an easy day, and it was, like I say, it wasn't a day to be out that much if you were outside walking, that's for sure. But thanks for checking in, and have a good evening. Yep. Okay, Bill. That's about it. So, like I say, like you're right, and it was really cool today. And it's still cool. But okay, I'll let you go and see who else is out there. VA3LBI clear. Yeah. Okay, Larry. Have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Stand by for anyone else that'd like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Come now. VA3NCA. VA3NCA, VA3IUK. Good evening, Wade.
VA3IUK, VA3NCA. Yeah, good evening, Bill, and good evening, everybody on net tonight. Today was a prep day for the Paris Stancaster tomorrow morning, so just about ready. I got my bib number, the plate there that has the little timing chip in that they measure your start and end time with, and various bits and parts around that. Got some bars for my back pocket to eat on the way, and some various other bits, so I should be about ready. Gonna make it an early night tonight. Yeah, so I can get up bright and early tomorrow to get going. And let's see, what else is going on with that? Not much. I guess I went up to the Firestone Arena, which is the finish line there, to get all this stuff. So looking forward to that tomorrow. other than that, I hung around last night. Very interesting talk about the tennis stuff. I was just listening with one ear, but then I did have to drop off before you got a chance to reach me there, Bill. The other thing I'm doing this weekend when I got a few minutes is I'm participating in a work-related CTF, or Capture the Flag, which is an IT security event where they put little challenges. So I have two of the challenges to my name. One was I found some information about a photograph that they put up there called Open Source Intelligence Work. And the other thing I did was I figured out that decompiled a little program that had a secret in it, and I decompiled and decoded the secret. So I got those to my name. So I'm just trying to spend a little bit of time when I have a moment to see if there's any challenges that I can do. Anyway, so I'll send it back to you before I time this out, Bill. And if you have that thing you were talking about yesterday, I'll hear it. Back to you.
I'll get in touch with you about that. It's just I'm wanting to put one of these Porta Performer antennas together. So I think I've got most of the parts, and I think I've got a camera tripod that might work. But you and I can talk about that later, Wade.
Sure, yeah. Some point in time when we got a moment, I'm happy to go over it. I tell you, I saw a version I really like a lot. Although you probably want the tripod version, but the one I've been hacking around with is I pull it up and down on a rope. But come to think of it, there's also a YouTube channel, the Budget Ham. I think that's what he's called. Anyways, Chuck has actually been featured on his, and also for that matter, Chris has been featured on his YouTube channel before I've heard him. Anyhow, he has one that is on a tripod and also is multi-band and such that he can pull up and down the wire. But anyways, I'll let you pick up some more people and we can pick up the chat about the Porta Performer there later on. Thanks for picking me up, Bill. Back to you, VA3IMW.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I got that YouTube channel right. Budget Ham, is that correct?
Let me find out. I think that's what it is. But let me find out, and I'll mention it on the YouTube channel, or I'll break in a little bit later on and let you know. My recollection is the Budget Ham. The guy's name is Jerry, and he always says, "Have a blessed day" at the end of his QSOs. So you may have that may remind you who he is. But let me look up the actual name of the YouTube channel. I think it's the Budget Ham, though.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't recollect any of his videos, but it does sound interesting. And you talk about computers, and that made me think of something that I'm trying to do for when I'm net controller, and it's this day in tech history. So 1983, the Trash 80, as it was so admirably called in the day, aka the TRS-80 Model 4, is introduced. It contains a 4 megahertz processor, 16 kilobytes of RAM, a cassette interface, keyboard, and monochrome monitor, and that would cost you $1,000. So I wonder what that would be in today's money. So it was the fourth release of the TRS 180, I believe. Yeah. If you upgraded to 64 kilobytes of RAM and a 5 1/4-inch disk drives, that would put the price up to $2,000. So yeah, it was the fourth release of the TRS-80, the first one coming out in 1977. So I just thought you guys might get a kick out of that. And with that, let's stand by for any other check-ins for Lake Ontario Radio Club. Net, come now.
CJZ recheck.
Okay, I'll start with Wade. Go ahead, Wade.
Just really quickly, first, yeah, I do remember the TRS-80. Never had one, but I'm sure $1,000 in the 70s is quite a bit more today, for sure. I always had Commodores back in the 70s and 80s, but anyhow, I will confirm that the guy is Jerry, and he has the YouTube channel Budget Ham Radio, all one word, Budget Ham Radio. And he does a lot of antenna builds, and he's got his take on the various Porta Performer style antennas. And right now he's on the 9-to-1 kick, so he's a good channel to listen to. Anyways, he has featured Chris and Chuck, is my recollection of listening to his videos and hearing the other end of those episodes. And I will pass it back to you. Thanks for picking me up again. VA3 and see you back in that control.
Okay, Wade, thanks for that. I always watch a bit of YouTube channel stuff before I go to sleep, so we'll have a look at that. So thanks a lot for that, Wade. And as I say, we get together later. I think I got most of the parts I need at home to build this antenna, so just thought I might want to try it. Anyways, Chuck, you wanted to recheck? Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. VA3CJZ. With that little blurb you just read there reminded me of buying my first PC, and it cost me just under $3,000 from Future Shop, and that was with a 2-year warranty plan and a printer, I think, as well. So that was in the early 90s, and it had a 3.5-inch or 3.25-inch floppy drive, the little diskettes there, and no big floppies. But man, that was expensive. You know, I later found out that all these shops like Best Buy, Future Shop, and that, they told me that they don't make that much money profit on their gear that they sell. What they do make money on is those plans. Back to you, Bill.
Yeah, I don't know if I totally buy what they're telling you, but they are. I know that at the time when they were selling desktop computers, then I guess they were really pressured to sell the extended warranties because they were very, very conditional. So it was sort of a caveat when you went for an extended warranty. But my first computer, I remember it was back in I think 1988, and that was still an 8088, and a few other things. And yeah, it was almost $2,000. That wasn't even the fastest computer you could get at the time. Anyway, I digress. We should see if there's anyone else that wants to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Come now.
VE3RYI.
VE3RYI. Good evening, Mark. How are you?
I'm good, Bill. You talked about old radios. I just the other day watched the video. The first computer, right? The Sigma computer, trying to work out the Germans' coding and all that. Sigma. The guy that made it and invented it, the young guy, he turned out gay, and he had so much problems through life because of that. He ate an apple that was poisoned. Now, if you take a look at Apple Computer, what's their symbol? Just something easy. I'm terrible with names and all that. But if you look it up, yeah, Apple Computer, the symbol of the apple with the bite out of it, representing the first guy that made the Sigma computer.
Yeah, Alan Turing or Turnig, I can't remember the exact pronunciation of his last name, but yeah, I've got his biography on audiobook here to read. I haven't got around to it yet, and I know they also made a movie about him, Mark.
Yeah, so, well, I just learned that, yeah, the apple symbol, that's what it's for, is because of him biting that apple that killed him.
Yeah, correct, Mundo, yeah. Yeah, and we've come a long way with computers because I was just thinking about the ENIAC that was built in Philadelphia there, and that computer was it was a digital computer, but it used base 10, and I think it had like 18,000 vacuum tubes. So that was back in the 1946 when that was introduced. So we've come a long way.
A long way in a short time. All right, we'll let you carry on. We'll see you 3RYI clear.
Yep, thanks a lot for your check-in, Mark. I'm looking forward to probably seeing you at Field Day in July. But thanks a lot for checking in. Anyone else for Lake Ontario Radio Club net? Come now.
VA3IMW.
VA3IMW, VA3IUK. Good evening, Mac. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing so good. A perfect Saturday, do nothing day. Did a little bit of POTA hunting this afternoon, a couple of new parks here and there. But other than that, no outdoor activities. So I hear you all guys talking about how chilly it is outside. What I do know is that the trees are certainly blowing around. The wind is gusty, but no, I've managed to keep myself fairly well relaxed today, and it's a good Saturday. Anyways, um, just a quick plug for the Sunday night 70 centimeter slash 2 meter sideband net. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, we'll start on 446125 upper sideband. And once we have a few check ins there, we'll migrate down to 2 meters. 146.400, I think, is where we're at. Anyways, yes, we are streaming on YouTube. Got a few folks in here. The chat is pretty busy. Special welcome to Guy from Ottawa. And looking forward to obviously making contact with him eventually once he does his studying and gets his ticket. So the CJZ family can spread its ham wings. Ham wings, right? Pigs with wings. Imagine that. Pork wings. Okay, I'm getting hungry. Anyways, I'll throw it back to you, Bill, for the time being. Thanks for doing this, Net. Certainly appreciate it.
Yeah, Mac, no, enjoy doing it, and I most likely do it tomorrow night. If I can't, I'll let folks know. But no, it was a stay-in day. I was going to go and do an activation today, but just a bit too chilly, and so we just sort of stayed inside and did some computer maintenance, filing, and stuff like that. But I haven't even been on the radio except for VHF, UHF. So thanks a lot for checking in, Mac, and those listening on YouTube and those here, don't forget to press the like button for Mac. So there you go. Anyway, let's see if there's anyone else who would like to check into Lake Ontario Radio Club. Net, come now.
VA3 DCS.
VA3 DCS, VA3IUK. Good evening, Dave. How are you?
Oh, doing well, Bill. Yep, just woke up a few minutes ago from a little nap. I was exhausted today. Quite busy outside. Cut the lawn, did some raking in a few spots, cleaned up around the back of the shed, put a new hose reel up on the side of the deck. And I'm sure there's other things that I did out. Oh, I cleaned up some in the garage. Came in and wow, I was just beat.
Oh man, you know what? I got tired just listening to all that stuff you did today.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of refreshed now after that nap, and I guess just in time to maybe watch the hockey game. I guess it hasn't started, even though it's supposed to start at 7. I hate this stuff. Start at 7 if you're saying you're starting at 7.
Is that the Leafs Ottawa game?
Yes, it is.
And if I'm correct, they at least are up 3-0, right?
Yeah, they are. Let's see if they can just keep it going.
They seem to have quite the team this year, so we can only hope, right?
Yeah, we can only hope. I did watch the Montreal game last night, and it was nice to see Montreal win. Those young guys taking it to the Capitals quite well. If they can just keep that up, maybe they can pull back.
Good, yeah, I hope so, yeah. It's been abysmal to think that we haven't won a Stanley Cup since 1994. And a friend of mine, he has something he says about the Leafs. He's real pessimistic when it comes to the Toronto Maple Leafs. He said, Lawyers will land on Mars and fight over mineral rights before the Leafs will win another Stanley Cup.
Yeah, well, so far once in my lifetime.
Yeah, well, there you go. It's just hard to believe that Canadian team hasn't won since 94, so hope remains eternal, I guess. Well, thanks a lot for checking in, Dave, and glad you had a good nap, and enjoy the hockey game.
All right, thanks, Bill, for doing this. And we will, well, I don't know how many more check-ins there will be, but I'll be listening
through the evening. When I'm awake.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks a lot. Any other check-ins from Lake Ontario Radio Club Net? Come now. Well, sounds like it's going to be a short net. I'll take one last standby for any rechecks, last-minute comments. Before I close the net, come now to VA3I UK. Okay, nothing heard. Everybody enjoy the evening, whether it be watching hockey or doing ham radio, whatever you may decide to do. Have a good evening. I'd like to thank Terry, VA3IQL, for the use of the repeater. Much appreciated. Thanks to all those folks that checked in. This is Victor Echo 3, India Uniform Kilo Bill in Dundas. I'll be all right. Turning this repeater back to normal, Amber Tube 73, and everybody have a good evening.
Well, that brings the net to a close. Thank you all
Mic
for.
there, Bill. Check me in. Bill. We got you. Oh, thanks a lot.
Is the sailor stable?
Okay, thanks, Pierre. That makes 9 check-ins for the evening.
That brings the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net to a close. Thank you all for checking in on YouTube as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll be back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. For another edition of Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. And then at 8 o'clock, our sideband simplex net on 2 meters and 70 centimeters. 7 3s. That's how we say goodbye.